Welcome! My name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. Welcome to my channel. I've been inspired by several crafters over the last couple of months making identification cards, and I really like the looks of them, and I decided to make some of my own and put my own little spin on it. So I made a couple of samples here. This one is kind of a little folio sort of thing, and I'll walk you through exactly how I do this in a minute. I've put portraits here, and I've given these guys a name, and then each one of these ones on my version has one of the Beatitudes from Matthew 5. So this one is, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." And I did a lot of digital stamping, a little bit of stamping afterwards on here. And this one has a little pocket. I just put a little hang tag and a little ticket in here, "God is love," and a little tabby thing there. And then there's a little side pocket here. And I just put a couple of little elements in there as well. And then here's the back. And I have a little pocket there and some stamping and a couple little items in there. So that's a little folio. This one is just a single sheet of a single card, I guess. And I named her Anna Jefferson. "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And on hers, I have paper clipped a couple of things here. So I have this Beatitudes card here, and this is just a little, I had some leftover paper, so I just folded it up and did a little bit of stamping just for a little journal space there. And then I put a pocket on here with a label and a ticket and two little items in there as well. So that one just gets put together like that. And then the third one I made is a file folder. So I just have a file folder with a circle and a sentiment there and some stamping. And then inside is the ID card. I got a little pocket there with a couple of items in it again, some stamping. And then the back is just a little collage as well. So I have those three, and these are well, pretty much everything that's in here is part of my Faith Basics line of kits. So this one is the Beatitude ID cards. This is actually a Faith Basic Plus kit. If you're looking for it, I'll link it below in my coffee shop. So I have each one of the Beatitudes ID cards in two formats. So I have a folio format and I have just a card format like this. And the card format you can print on the back. Some of them I've printed on the back. Just one of my distress papers, and then that can stand alone like that. This one I think I just copy dyed the back after I did it. And then these folios you can print on the back as well. This one just has one of my blessed papers, and I'll show you how to fold that and put that together. And then so there's several of these different portraits, and there is somewhere, there's the folios, there's also a blank one. And here's the blank one, so there's no Beatitude, there's no name, so you can personalize this one even more, however you like. And then each one of the pages comes with a little pocket, the Beatitudes, and just the verses, like an old vintage ticket, and a couple of blank labels. So I'm just going to show you how to put those together. So I'm just going to get myself organized, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Alright, so I'm just going to start with this one. I think this is kind of the most basic one. So I have one of my ID cards. I picked a different one. This one I printed on the back, so I have this one already ready to go. Her name is Lisa May, And her beatitude is, "Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy." So they're all different that way. And then I just rounded the corners of this one. Of course, that's optional. And I'm just going to ink. This is just some vintage photo ink. I'm just going to ink the edges of this. This is cardstock, but it's fairly thin cardstock. If you wanted to, you could back this or print it on harder, thicker cardstock rather, or back it onto something if you like. My printer doesn't like thick cardstock, so I just use fairly thin. I think it's 65-pound cardstock. So I just got that ready. Now I'm going to grab one of my pockets, and these just come attached to the pages in the kit. So I'll just cut that out. And because I had the corners rounded on this one, I'm just going to round the corners on the bottom of the pocket as well. Give that a quick ink. And then on the other side, I'm just going to glue that on, just like a pocket on the three sides. So on the two edges here and the bottom. There we go. So we have that. I'm still working from my kitchen table because I have a knee injury that prevents me from walking up my stairs to my craft room. I'm starting to walk a little bit, so I'm hoping to get up there in the next week or so. But it's been kind of an interesting summer, not being able to walk very well for the entire summer. So there's our little label. I think I have that on the pocket here. So I'm just going to glue that on here. So I hope everybody's had a good summer. The summer's coming to an end now, although I always call September summer because I don't want to let go yet. And sometimes we have some really beautiful weather in September anyway, so I can call that summer. We're farmers here, so we spend September and usually most of October, sometimes even November, harvesting. So it's a really busy season for us, and we spend a lot of time outdoors. So we really pay attention to the weather in the fall because it's so important when you're farmers and trying to get your crop harvested. You really need a good bout of weather to get everything done. So I'm just gonna ink the back here because this one I didn't print on the back. So in this one I just have that little ticket. I have a little tag here, so this is from one of the other Faith Basics kits. This is from the Faith Basics Tickets kit, which is one of my favorite kits that I've made in this series. I've used it, I printed it quite a few times already, I think 5-6 times already, so, and I think I need to print it actually again. I'm running out of the tickets again, so I may have to do a part 2 on that one and get some different tickets too. So all of the elements in these kits have a faith component to them, verses or words or different things to do with faith. So the idea is to take a journal from wherever you want to purchase a journal. You know, there's so many really good good people out there making beautiful digital kits in all kinds of themes, and so the premise is just to get one of those and then add these little faith components to it. You can add, you know, the tickets and the tags and quotes and all that kind of stuff, and then you don't have to worry about getting a kit that is faith-based, because you can use whatever kit you want and you can still add your faith-based elements on top of it. And I kind of did that for my own purposes initially, because I love so many of the kits out there, but I really like to have a faith component on my kits, so I decided to do this as kind of an add-on. And I'm trying to make you know, all of the little tidbits that you would add to a journal. I have tickets and labels, and actually I don't actually have separate labels yet. I have tickets, I have tags, I have file folders, I have ID cards. There's 23 kits I think so far, so lots of different variety. So I just put one of my tickets on there as well, and just put that there. So that's basically done that part. And then on this one also I had the Beatitude. You can use this as a pocket, you can use it as a little tuck, which is what I'm going to do right now. So just cut that out. A little ink just to get that white gone. And like that. And then I guess I don't have a little scrap of paper ready, so I'll just show you this one again. So I just took literally a scrap of paper, I folded it in thirds. I wanted a little bit shorter on the front, just for interest. Gave it a couple of stamps, and there we go. So I'll probably do it this way so you can see both of the elements. And then this one, I think the original, this was the original one. So I'm making this one. So I'll put this, and I have a paper clip here. And I also just did one more stamp just to kind of add a little more on top. Sometimes the layering is what really makes a project special. And I just have a round text stamp here, so I just give a little bit of a stamp over some of the edges. It's always more interesting to kind of put it over the edges where the joins are. I think that makes a nicer collage. So there, we're finished. Just that quick, we're finished our first ID card. So I'll just get set up for the next one. I'll be right back. Okay, I got things set up for my second one. We're going to make this file folder one this time. And I have everything cut out and inked this time, so you don't have to watch me do that part again. So here's my file folder. I just cut that out and inked it. This one has a dragonfly and lots of different digital stamping inside, and then I printed on the inside of this one of my distressed papers. And this time I picked Mark Sanders, and he says, or this Beatitude is, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." So I've got that one in there. I've got the Beatitudes again. I'm going to use that as a pocket again. And I've got a couple little things for inside the pocket, one of my little hang tags, and that's backed. And then maybe this is his wife with his little pet kitten, so that can go in there. This is from the 1800s sepia portraits, and then a couple little things for the back as well. So let's just quickly put this one together. So I'll glue the pocket on first. These are super quick to put together. I have all the pieces kind of sorted by folders. Some of them are cut out and inked. Some of them need a little bit of TLC, but if I'm just sitting watching a movie or YouTube or something, then I get out my little pouches and cut things out and ink things and put strings in the the tags or whatever, and then everything is just really quick to put together. So this one I'm just going to completely glue on. You could even glue this on 3 sides and make a bit of a pocket inside if you like. This time I'm just going to glue it right on. So that fits just perfectly in that spot, like that. And then on the back of this one, so what are we going to call the front? I think, well, I guess we have to call the front this. So on the front, I think I'm going to actually put a couple of items there. This is just one of my circles, and have all just various kinds of images. I'm making up identities for these people as I go. So this guy is a tailor. So he's got a sewing machine there, and he's got a beautiful wife and a kitten. And this particular guy is kind of fits the persecuted for righteousness. He's wearing a cross and looks like he could have been a Muslim converted to Christianity. That's what I'm saying anyway. So he's a tailor and talking about praying. There's his wife. A little hang tag. I'm just going to put a little bit of a stamp on that hang tag just for interest and stick that in there. Actually, I think I'm just going to stamp something on the back here. I did on this one as well. I just got some miscellaneous stamps here, so I'm just going to use whatever. Go straight up and down. There we go. And that can go in there. That can go in there. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of a stamp on the side there, on this tab. I think I'm going to put the same stamp on the outside. So we've got that number. And I'm just going to put a round stamp on him again to add that to there. The stamping really adds a lot to the project, so don't be afraid to get your stamps out and just do whatever. So there's the front. Here's the inside. Couple little items there. There's his ID card, and here's the back. And we could just even put a little bit of a sentiment on the back or the front, maybe the back. Trust in the Lord always. That sounds like that would fit. I'm just going to cut this off of my sentiments. This is just a bunch of different phrases that you can just pop onto any project. Just adds a nice sentiment for and they come in 2 sizes. This is the small size, so you can have them for different size projects as well. And there's my sentiment. So there's our file folder done. That'd be really cute in the pocket of a journal somewhere. And here's our other one. So project number 3 coming up. Hey, here's our 3rd project. So this one just comes like this, one piece, and you can just score on the 2 white lines there. I've already scored, so I'm just going to fold there and fold there, and then you can just give those white areas a bit of an ink, and you'll never know that those white lines were there. See? Just makes it easy to see where to score, and it really takes the ink well in those areas as well. And I'm just going to ink them inside too. You can do that if you like. So there's my piece ready to put together. So that will fold like this, and then this will fold in like this to make like a little vertical pocket. And I see I didn't quite get that right, so I'll just refold that a tiny bit. So we'll just give a little bit of glue on the top and the bottom of this flap. And fold that over. And that's going to be one of our pockets. And for another pocket, I think I'm going to put one of these mini index cards on this side. I'm making this one slightly different than the first one I made. That's the fun of these things. You can, there's lots of little tidbits that you can add, and if you're working with another kit that has, specific color, purple, pink, red, green, whatever, you can add those colors into here as well and add those tidbits onto there, and that would be really fun too. I'm just going to put a sentiment strip along here like I did on my first one. So this one says, "Wise men still seek him." So just going to put that along the side there. And then I want to decorate this pocket up a little bit. I might just glue, I used half of the clock on another project earlier. So I'm working on lots of little projects with these things. I was kind of thinking that this is sort of a faith-based Tim Holtz style. I like the Tim Holtz style, but I like the faith-based, so I'm sort of combining them both in this little kit, or these little kits. I think that looks nice like that. But put it together any way that you want. I have to refill my glue here again. So I'm just going to put that there. And my little label. The label comes with the Beatitudes kit. Just put that there like that. And then I might want to put another little label or something on here. I can put something like this. Yeah, that's what I will do. This is from the banners kit. It's just a bunch of different images on, I think, 3 different shaped banners. This is one of them. So I'll put that there. And then on the back, what did I do on my first one? On the back I had another pocket. So what do I want here? I think I might do a different kind of pocket on this one. Just going to do kind of a corner tuck. Everything coordinates so well that it's pretty easy just to, pick something up and stick it on and it looks good. So there's a little corner tuck. So then I can put a few things in my pockets. So I think I'll put one of those tags there, one of those tags there. I've got this bird circle. Stick him in there. This is from the stamp kit. I think I'll stick that there. And then I have room back here for a couple of things. I got a church. Probably need something taller here, so maybe I'll switch this one and put this here. And let's see. Oh, there's just so many different choices. Maybe I'll put one of these extra Beatitude tickets in there. I think that would look good. So there's the inside, there's the front, there's the back. Just do maybe a little bit of stamping here. So I'm going to stamp the circle on him again like I did on the other ones. I'm going to stamp the circle on the hang tag as well. I could even just put something here. Yeah, put my number up there, like that. So that goes in there, and what else did I have there? I have that one in there. Put something up here. Backwards, upside down, I mean. Sometimes it's kind of neat to do it more than once, like that. And then back here I could put something else if I want. What else do I have? Maybe I'll just put this circle on here again, and I'll kind of put it half on, half off, so then when you have things in here, it kind of hides that part. I think that looks kind of neat like that. So there we go. I've got a few little tidbits left that I had prepared. So let's see what we got here. Got this one, this one, this one, this one. So we've got our two that we have just single with paper clips on them like that. And we have our two file folders that we made. Well, we made one now, and we made one before. That one and this one. And then here's our little folios. So really cute, quick to put together. Easy to coordinate everything. Really cute little addition to a pocket. So if you want to check out the kits, I'll link them below, and go make yourself some ID cards. It's really popular right now, and I think they look really sweet. So thanks for joining me. Blessings. See you in the next video.